Hey, Jorge Castillo here. So the other day I wrote this on Twitter. I'm gonna read it like very quickly. I basically said, implicitly, in my opinion, it's odd to see devs striving to push code to production on their first day at a new job. And what does that really reveal about one's character? And it's a conversation that I think it's healthy to have, and that I also wanted to open this. I also wanted to open this discussion on YouTube because, we might get to some interesting discussions around this, and I really want to know your opinion and get a little bit more feedback. So there is this attitude, let's say, that many people has when they join a new company, where they really want to push changes to production very quickly, or maybe not to production, but basically changes to the code base a little bit too early or too quickly, or as quickly as possible, because that makes them feel more productive for the company, the team, and they are able to kind of show off a little bit to, so the team can think, hey, this guy, it was very worth it to hire this guy, or maybe the managers or whatever. So, that's cool. And I know that many companies, and per the feedback I got on the tweet, I know that there are companies that actually try to fight for optimizing the time to first push, right? Or time to first commit. Or, different companies call this differently, but basically the time it takes for a newcomer to the team, a new developer that has just joined, to start being productive, let's say, or start being able to push changes or propose changes, which I think it's a good thing to do and to have for different reasons, but it's probably, the end goal is probably a little bit naive, right? Because we tend to correlate that or to relate that with the fact that the developer is already ready for proposing changes. But the problem is that there are many factors involved on that you cannot measure as easily. Like, for example, how much context this person really has to start making those suggestions. So obviously, you can enable people to push very quickly and very early, but how valuable, and this is the discussion I wanted to open, like how valuable it is for people to start proposing important changes to the code base on day one, when they basically lack all the context about, the code base, why the things are done the way they are, why the team did pick the libraries they are using, why about, the patterns, the architectures, the, code organization, if it packages, features, Gradle modules, whatever, basically all the decisions made to get the code base to the point it is today, because all that context is obviously important. And it's not important in a way to diminish or undermine any kind of discussions, because any discussions are always welcome and healthy, right? And even decisions that were already made in the past, they are welcome to be discussed again. But if we are talking about trying to be efficient and about enabling people to be productive for the team and the company, maybe being productive is something that should also involve, gathering all that context and getting to know, the team, your teammates, the code base, the company goals, how the team is aligning to those goals, the code base, obviously how it's done, all the reasoning behind the things, or at least obviously not everything, because you are not going to have like full context ever, right? But things like, that kind of help you to have a little bit of context on how does the team work and why, right? And then start proposing on top of that and start building on top of those ideas. And I'm not saying that you cannot just propose anything. Obviously, if you find like a very, very obvious thing that you can improve and it's a one-liner and it's something that you have very clear that you could help with, why not doing that, right? But overall, I don't think it's a very healthy mindset to have like trying to, push things too quickly, right? I would rather focusing on the other stuff, all the stuff regarding onboarding and getting to know everybody, the reasoning about behind things, the code base a little bit, and so on, right? So what did you think? It's just a discussion I wanted to open. I think it's a very interesting topic, discussion topic, and let's bring in some ideas. See you around. Bye bye.